Praise the Lord, guys. My name is Straw Greenhorn. And when he saw the multitude, he gave commandment to go to the other side. When he got there, a scribe came unto him, saying, Lord, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest. Jesus said, Foxes have holes, birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man hath not where to lay his head. Then lo, one of his disciples came unto him, saying, Lord, suffer me first to go bury my father. But Jesus said, Follow me, and let the dead bury their dead. So here we see a scribe coming unto him, saying, Lord, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest. You see, this man was excited to follow the Lord, but I think that Jesus, having all wisdom, understood that he only saw the glamour and not everything else that came with it, the sacrifices. So now here we see Jesus giving command to depart to the other side because of a multitude. Usually we see this when he wants to sail out to get more space to talk to everybody, or when he knows the people are coming after him because of the fishes and the loaves. We saw him do this previously after he fed the multitude with the fishes and the loaves, and when there were too many people that he didn't have space to speak to everybody. Now, for the scribe that came to him saying, Lord, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest. And he was told that foxes have holes and the birds of the air have nests. You can see here that Jesus, he could see that this guy maybe had the wrong idea about what was going on. So Jesus is showing him here that this is a very humble life. I don't even have a place to call my own. You know, when he saw the miracles, and that's why a lot of people that come to the kingdom, you know, they expect like a lot of riches and material things. But here we see Jesus promising him that it's a very humble life. You know, he said that in my Father's house many mansions, and for some people that thing it comes later. But you know, when we see all the miracles, we can get the wrong impression. Because if you bring somebody back from the dead, then that could, you know, in people's mind, that translates, imagine the kind of rich lifestyle that goes along with being able to bring people back from the dead. So he was letting this guy know that, hey, it's a very humble life. You know, he could have met him and carried the same energy. Rabbi, I will follow you whithersoever thou goest. But he could see that he had, you know, maybe the wrong, because that's the only reason I could come up with as to why he answered him like this. Because, you know, otherwise, if you look at this guy, he was very excited. And there's no reason for the Lord, you know, to kind of contradict him like this by saying, you know, because he came unto him saying, you know, the foxes have holes and the birds of the air have nests. So he basically came unto him saying, Lord, Rabbi, I will follow you wherever you go. And for Jesus to check him like that, it must have been for a reason. And I mean, if you use this common sense, it makes it seem as if it's because he had the wrong intention. He had the wrong idea. He was expecting all glory, all posh. He was expecting, you know, the fishes and the loaves every day, how he fed the 5,000. He was expecting, you know, the popularity and the fame. But, you know, Jesus was checking him, you know, letting him know that, you know, this is a humble lifestyle. I don't even have a place to lay my head. Are you going to follow me even there? And for the next guy that he spoke to, the disciple that he told him, you know, he asked, can I go and bury my father? Jesus said, let the dead bury their dead, only follow thou me. This implies that there's a separation between those that are alive in him and those that are dead in the world. It's almost like when he said, come out from among them and be ye separate. Because yes, it was his father. But just like with Abraham, when he was called to leave his family and go to a place that God, you know, promised unto him, it's kind of like the same thing. There's always a separation. And when you're truly called, you will find yourself being separated from even close family members and loved ones. So let the dead bury their dead. This means that, you know, those that are not walking in the light, those that haven't seen the light, those are not of his kingdom. It's almost like, come over here because you got a new family. And, you know, this is what you need to be concerned about. My name is Straw Greenhorn.